warm welcome there for Mr. Eric Soto. Starting us off with some of the basics, the building blocks, if you will. Going for the no-hander over the jump right there. So again, just sussing it out right there. We'll give the technology a chance to get warmed up there. Again, 2 sensors on each one of the bikes there. 1 on the stem, 1 in the seat guts there. And he'll go for the setup here for jump number 2. The tricks are going to get progressively harder as we go through things out here this afternoon. And it comes up. That one's a tabletop. What happens is you flatten the bike out so the frame of the bike gets parallel with the ground there. And if you look at the screens, what pops up? The word tabletop right there. And it reads it at almost real-time speed. And it pops up the trick name on the screen almost before I can even get the trick name out of my mouth.
Are they just loving the trick or what?
Well, you're the technical guy, Tyler, so you tell me. I'm out here. I'm the trick calling guy. I know the world of action sports. I'm not very technologically savvy. But yeah, every time these guys go over the box jump, you see the spiders right there next to the pads. They're doing a little dance there.
So what we've got is Eric, every time he does a trick, he's actually controlling the spiders and telling them to cheer him on. So if you guys can help him out, let's do another trick.
You got one more in the books for us here? So we'll give Eric one more jump here, and then we'll get one of the other riders up to mix. And like I said, here in this opening part of things, we're just showing you some of the basics. So the right side up tricks, and Eric taking a step further there, coming up with a 360. You got one more?
Opening performance by Mixmaster Mike.
It's your world, buddy. I'm just talking to you. You do all the BMX tricks you want. So that was a tabletop 360 that you saw. That was a combo move, and the technology was actually able to read that. See how that one comes up big air, but basically what happened there when he takes both feet off the pedals and both hands off the handlebars, that trick's called the nothing. Now, here's where that technology could go, by the way. If you had sensors on the handlebars, in essence, and on the pedals, it would actually, down the line, you could potentially read the fact that he completely let go of the bike if he was going through the air, correct?
Yeah, that's a great point, Jimmy. So right now, like we said earlier, we have 2 sensors on board, but the whole idea is Kiri can act as a central device, so you can start adding additional sensors in, enabling more use cases such as tracking the arm movements, the leg movements. That also can help the athletes as they train as well, which is really cool and exciting.
All right, so Eric's going to park it down here next to the ramp, get ready for the next round. In the meantime, how about welcoming in this gentleman right here? He's out of Oceanside, California. Big warm IDF welcome for Mr. Dustin McCarty. He's going to showcase 4 right side up tricks for you here. He's a hard working fella. He travels all over the U.S. He just came back from some shows over in Nashville before he came out here to IDF. And then after he gets done here, he gets to pack it up, take to Boise, Idaho, going up to the potato capital there. Going to go do some shows there. He's waiting for you got to make sure that the sensors are off on Eric's bike there. Otherwise, it's too much information going to the computer once there. All right, Dustin says, here we go. So now you're going to notice that some of these riders, as I talk about it, they're going to have some of the same tricks, but they all do things just a little bit differently. There's a little bit of differentiation, a little bit of variance in each one of these tricks. So as you know, they go across, so you see the big air, see some of the information that pops up on the monitor there. One of the things you'll notice on the far left of the screen, it gives you the air time in seconds, how much hang time they've got, and also the max height. So measured from the ground of the convention floor here up, it's about 7 feet there for when that sensor is registered. So here we go for jump number 2 out of 4 for Dustin. See the handlebars moving there. That's called an X-up. So the computer able to read that one. Again, that one's based off that sensor right on the step. Now an X-up is just, you crank the handlebars 180 degrees, so you basically turn the tire around backwards for a hot second there, and the forearms kind of cross up in midair, so it looks like an X, and the computer was able to read that at real-time speed. You saw Eric do that tabletop 360 earlier. Dustin's got it too, but a different style to it. But again, the fact that the computer and the sensors are able to differentiate that from a 360 to a combination 360, just off of those 2 sensors, that's pretty impressive. And it's a little bit frightening for a guy like me that makes a living calling tricks, because one day this could put me out of a job. So, Dustin wrapping that up for his first run there, going for an only bit of goodie, the no-hander, or we like to call it the suicide no-hander. Why do we call it a suicide no-hander? Well, the old school way, you put your knees underneath the bars, take the hands off, and what that does is lock in the knees underneath the bars. It keeps the handlebars from moving. The version you saw him do there, the suicide no-hander, you're basically pinching the seat with your knees, and when you do that, those handlebars, they have a tendency to drift either the left or the right, and the handlebars drifting away from you, it's not good when your hands are not on the bars. So the suicide version, that one's definitely a little bit more risky. Now, where's my lady fans at out there? Paris Venegas, ladies and gentlemen. 20 years old out of Reno, Nevada, showing you that it's not just for the boys, that the girls can get down and hang tough with the boys in the BMX world as well. So we'll see what Paris has got in store for us here. And again, you see something you like as they're going across that box jump, you gotta make some noise. Look at that. Boosting some big air there with the tire grab. And again, look at the hang time. You look at the stats that pop up. 1.38 seconds of hang time there. And it reads a backside there for the sensor of 7.7 feet, Tyler.
What's really cool about this technology is we're able to allow Curie to bring the sensor data into the sensor hub and in real time classify it using the dedicated pattern match.
All right, so 2 down, 2 to go here for Paris. You getting tired on me up there? I say you forgot. That'll happen. You're only 20. Sometimes you space out on the trick list right there. That's all right. As long as you're having fun. I know. I like to haze her a little bit. I pick on her a little bit chill. She just gave me a whatever. But hey, when I start talking trash, she just answers back with a big old boosting air right there. How about it, everybody? Make some noise there for Paris. She's also working with a bit of a stone bruise there on one of those halos. She got a little dinged up the other day rehearsing. She's still out here giving it a go and showing you that she can hang tough with the boys. So this next rider we're going to see right here, this guy's got a very, very deep bag of tricks, and he's also got style for miles. Not saying the other riders don't have that, but you'll see, again, a lot of the similar tricks, but this gentleman has a slightly different and distinctive style to what he does and how he's able to do it. And then once we get through his solo run here, we'll see some combination moves. We'll ramp the tricks up a little bit. We're getting a little bit tougher, but he's out of Huntington Beach, California. What do you say, let's hear for Victor Salazar? Alright, Victor's in for 4 jumps here. Let's see if we can impress you guys and see what the computer says here. We got Vic starting off with the handlebar spin right there. Pretty self-explanatory. You get up in the air, you send the handlebars around 1 complete rotation right there. Just send him around a 1 complete rotation right there. And Vic throws a little style on that one. He actually does that one with the one-handed grab there. And again, the turn down, it's able to read the technology is able to read the trick by the body positioning. And to me, coming from an action sports background, what makes that so crazy is each one of these guys and pairs can do a turn down, but they all do it differently. A turn down is one of those things, the bar spin's pretty basic, the bar spin, but with a turn down, they all have a different way of doing it. Sometimes they'll kick the back end of the bike out, sometimes they'll kick it out different directions, but each time, the computer is actually able to read that it was a turn down. Getting sideways 3 guys right there with the old 360. What do you say? Got one more in the 10 course here this go around? He's just having fun. Look at the smile on that guy's face. He just loves riding his BMX bike. Here you go. For this one, oh, you restarted it. Oh, well, they were in the middle of a restart there, but that's a tail whip, by the way. 360 of the frame of the bike. The body and the handlebars do not move. I didn't think he was going to do that one that early. He just threw me a curveball. Right? You threw the computer and me a curveball. Way to go, Victor. So here we go. So we've seen some basic right side up tricks. I don't want to say basic, that tail whip, there's nothing basic about it, but these guys make it look way too easy. So now what we're going to do is we're going to raise the difficulty factor here. We're going to see some more rotational tricks this time around. And this is where we're going to challenge the software here, because what happens is they're going to be doing some combination moves. You get 2 variations and a lot of different spinning variations going on. And what's going to happen is you'll see the technology once again is able to pick that up. And maybe, how about this? We've seen some sideways rotations, some horizontal ones. How about this? Anybody want to see anybody get upside down? How about some backflips out there? Oh, backflip Wednesday? I think we can make that one happen for you. So you see my man Mr. Soto's back up there. So just like earlier, you got to cheer him on. So come on, IDF, let's make some noise. Eric Soto, what do you got? What does it say with the 360 right there? How about it? Give it up right there for Mr. Eric Soto. Look at him. He's just like, oh, okay. He saw Victor earlier. He was like, oh, you're going to do some threes? Well, I'm going to do some threes too. All right, let's see what Eric's got. Let's go around the edge. And again, they didn't go up early because they're in the middle of a reset, but look at that. It's able to read the tail whip. And again, what's crazy about that is the handlebars stay stationary, the rider stays stationary, but the frame of the bike actually does a complete rotation around you. And look at all the different information that pops up. It's the amount of degrees it spins per second. It's pretty impressive.
Now, I don't ride, but I think you over-rotated by 4 degrees on that one, Eric.
Dude, he just straight up called you out. Tyler, we don't do that. We don't do that in action sports. You never call out the rider, especially that when he does everything on the side. middle and he was about to crash, but that one was aiming at you, big guy. That's what happens when you call out at 4 degrees.
All right, I'm pretty impressed.
Oh my goodness, look at the computer, it read that. That was a 360 tailwind. You guys should make some noise for that right there. Not just for Aaron doing that, but again, for Maya, what's impressive about that, what happened there, his body and his handlebars did a 360, while the frame of the bike did a complete rotation around him in the middle of that. So in essence, his body and bars are spinning around once, the frame of the bike's going around twice, and the computer was able to read that. There's a lot going on there, and what comes up on the screen? 360 tailwind.
So 713 degrees.
Well, I didn't know you were going to throw a bunch of math at me here, but yeah.
So, yeah, I've got a mathematician 7 degrees shy on that one.
Dude, first it's 4 degrees shy, now it's
But
7.
that's still amazing. This guy's unreal.
You're 11 degrees in the hole. See, now he's just calling you out. You're giving him a hard time about degrees. Now he's just going to take it upside down. You guys want to see a backflip? You better make it a good one. You owe us 11 degrees, buddy. All right, you guys want to see a flip? You got to make some noise. Here we go. Computer says backflip. Don't you dare say that he didn't make that.
There'll be more, I'm pretty sure.
How about it, everybody? One more time, give it up. So, he's gonna put me in an arm bar later for talking about degrees. All right. Dustin's like, man, don't call me out on that stuff. We'll get Dustin back up there. Dustin doesn't care. He's got his headphones in. He's listening to his iTunes. He's not paying attention to anything I'm saying anyway. So, you saw the backflip. Maybe you get some backflip combos out here. I don't know. So, gotta make sure that the sensors are switched off there. All good? Get the sensor switched off on Eric's bike there. Get it switched on for Mr. McCartney there. Just twist the handlebars up there left and right, lift the frame up, make sure that everything's reading properly. All good?
So if you guys want to get hands-on too, we've got some of the tablets here. You can actually pick them up and see that same bike motion happening in 3D space. We're able to kind of virtualize sports, which is really cool and exciting. It helps so that audience members that maybe not familiar with BMX can start to better understand what the bike's doing and how they're doing it.
All right, let's see what Dustin's got in store for us this go around. This is the part of the show where the tricks are going to get downright crazy. So again, you see some of your lights coming up. That one came up with a tail at that time around again, but it's able to register, and that was a 360 movement there. That was actually a 360, but a registered tail. But again, with the spinning rotation, it quickly picked up that there was a 360 rotation in the middle of that. And Dustin trying to get cute on you guys right there, and even throw the handlebars around once they're in the middle of that trick. Going for some big air on that one. What's the hang time on that? 1.1 seconds. And you look at the landing impact there. 16.6. It's registering the G impact there on the landing. That's pretty impressive as well. Again, that all pops up at real-time speed. What else you got in the old trick bag there? He says, "Come on, people, let's pump this up."
The more noise you make, the bigger he's gonna go.
He's used to this stuff. This is his bread and butter. He makes his living up in the air, traveling around the country, trying to impress with this. You saw a backflip
You can bring your camera.
earlier there, and now they're trying to one-up one another. Dustin says, I'm just going to take my hands off the bars while I'm upside down. One more time, everybody, let's hear it. Dustin McCartney. Look at you. Now what? This is where you just start getting out here, having fun, playing around a little bit. No prize money on the line here, no trophies. It's all about a little trash talk later tonight with these guys in Paris and hanging out later on and having dinner. Be like, oh, you did a backflip? Well, I did a no-handed flip. All right, we'll get Paris back up in the mix here. Have we seen those? Are those spiders still moving around? Those things still do a little spider dance when they go across the box jump? That's pretty impressive to me as well, that with all the technology, that every time they jump over the box jump earlier, those things start dancing around. Where's my girl BMX fans at out there? You want to see some more on Paris? We'll get Paris a couple more jumps here, then we'll turn it over to Victor here before we get to the last couple of tricks here before we wrap up this little demonstration. And again, if you guys want to step up, play around with those tablets there. We've got the app on the tablet. You guys can come up and watch the technology do its thing and get interactive there. So you see how she kicks it out? She levels that bike up a little bit. Now again, that's a tabletop you saw earlier. You've seen all four riders do it, but again, it's able to recognize that trick, even though there's 4 different style variances in the middle of that one there. Paris throwing a little flavor blaster there, getting the extra kick out into the old tabletop there. Yeah, let's go around. Boost in that one. Once you get 6.8 there. But again, what's impressive to me is how fast this information pops up. And again, going back to like the whole like TV announcer part of this, you guys are gonna put me out of a job. This thing's gonna replace all of us at X Games.
You know, you might be right, but we still need experts to help us with the style. We get the numbers, but we don't get the style.
I can sit in the background and be a trick spotter and write down the stats. I'm gonna get demoted as a TV announcer for BMX and skateboard stuff. How about it, everybody? One more time, let's hear it for Fray.
If I were you, I'd be afraid of these spiders. They're the ones that are really calling it out.
I live in Texas. I'm not afraid of those kinds of spiders. I see way worse at home. Here we go. We got one more rider left to go here in this portion of things. So it's our Mr. Super Stylish Trick Pony out here, Mr. Salazar. He likes to surprise me. He likes to throw out all sorts of goodies. I never know what this guy's gonna do. He's got lots of different combination moves. You've already seen the flip out of Eric. You saw the no-handed flip out of Dustin. You saw three-whip early on there. Who knows? Gotta make sure that the sensors all working there. He's actually gearing up. He's going to a contest. You're going to that Vans Virginia Beach contest pretty soon, aren't you? You're going that's coming up next week. So he's a busy fella doing a lot of shows. We're actually going to go out to the other side of the country, go compete. They got a big annual contest that goes on out there in Virginia Beach, Virginia, every year. All right, so this will be the last rider you see here for this presentation. We're up again at 3:30 this afternoon. You guys want to come back and see some more? Tell your friends to get up here if they weren't able to check it out earlier, but here we go. Let's make some noise for Mr. Salazar. The kid at Tabletop 360, before I can even get the trick terminology out of my mouth, it's up on the screen, and you've got all the stats right there. Victor's shaking that one off there. I'm making that one look way too easy. What do we got here for the next young kid? He likes to close out the show. He's got a couple of big banger tricks in the 360 combo. Actually have that one programmed in for that variation. Again, it reads 360. He threw a little extra style, a little extra toppings in the mix there with that X up. And you see him looking up towards the ceiling rafters there. He's thinking about maybe some sort of backflip trick there.
Cam's calling him out, I think.
I know, I heard somebody yell, "Go big." You're getting called out here, Vic. What's it going to be? There's a backflip. Now, I don't mean to downplay that. He just leaked that one out. He's got backflip combos.
Now, Vic,
you got one more?
We missed that last one, so I think we need to give this another chance at it. Can you do another one for us?
Oh, another one.
Yeah,
Right, you guys want one more flip? All right. Now, judging by the way he's smiling, I know that grin, so you might keep just more than a standard backflip out here. You guys make some noise here. You go. Take it upside down. Maybe not.
There we go.
He's
Now we
playing with
got
me out
it.
there. It's up to you. You want one more? Hey, he says you guys want one more. He says you guys have been that good. He wants to give you one more. Now, again, I know that smile. There's something creeping up into the back of that brain, and he keeps looking up at the ceiling tiles right there. So he's kind of like a caged animal that just gets let loose. You never know what this guy's gonna do on that BMX. Oh my goodness! Now, the tail whip. You saw that earlier. The tail whip. The frame of the bike does a 360. The body and the handlebars don't move. What happened there? He sent the frame around twice. That was a double tail whip. That was 2 revolutions of the frame of the bike. The body and the handlebars stay stationary, so the frame of the bike does 2 complete rotations. And look at that. Kiri picks it right up. No problem with all the stats as well. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, having a big round of applause out there for Eric Soto, Dustin McFarland, Dennis Bennigas, and Mr. Victor Salazar. We thank you guys for coming out. If you have any questions about the technology of the riders, feel free to come over and ask away. We've got one more presentation out here at 3:30 this afternoon. Give yourselves a big round of applause. You guys are awesome.
That was cool.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you guys coming out.